ni bloquea el pescado en el mar. La anguila en silencio sonríe, el se serpentea en paz. El pez luna ni cuchichea, se menea y pasea no más.
One of the lessons that we did today was singing a song. You kind of have to do the motions, and also the TPR, which is part of the dual language program, where you incorporate all that total physical response so that they can learn the language as well. That kind of helps. It keeps them involved as well.
Explain what total physical response is and why it enhances a student's learning.
Well, basically what it is kind of adding an action to the words that you're using. For example, we were talking about a few of the sea creatures, and to kind of help them understand what we were doing, there was one, it doesn't translate as well in English. It was a pez gallo, so because we know that roosters kind of go like this, that kind of helps them understand, oh, that's right, it's this animal we're talking about, and connecting that with the sea creature. Even though it doesn't look like the rooster, but part of it, because of its characteristics, helps them build that knowledge and understand what we're talking about.
What's the best part for you about being a teacher?
It's rewarding when you see the growth and you see that moment of, I got it, after maybe a couple days, or it could take longer for them to understand a concept. It feels great knowing that you try to teach them the way that they're able to understand it, because I know I can teach it one way, but it's not working for the student. And so, okay, I need to figure out what can I do to change my teaching or strategy so it's broken down that they can understand it. And it also helps me learn new ways as well. So that's the rewarding part. Like, it's not only this way, but there's so many ways that I can teach it and that I can also learn it.
What's the most important thing that you have learned in your time as a teacher?
Being a teacher is very hard. It's a lot of work, but the outcome is great. It's nice to see them grow and having them come back. I've seen some of my former students as adults, and it's great to see that they're doing something with their life, and it's something positive.
Mamá y papá me dijeron que nos vamos a mudar a Nueva York. Ah, van a intercambiar de lugar.
How do you make certain in your classroom that students take ownership of their learning and ultimately their success?
We like their ideas as well. What do you think? How can we make this better? Having them share that helps them take ownership of, I did that. I showed Ms. Paredes how to do it, because sometimes they give me ideas. I'm like, that is an awesome idea. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to start using that. So then that way they feel proud, like, oh, I do have a place in this classroom. And that's what we want. We want them to feel like this is your second home. This is your classroom family. And we're here to help each other. We're here to learn from each other as well.
How do we make certain that we honor where students are coming from culturally and linguistically, while also making sure they reach their goals culturally and linguistically?
I think one of the things that we've done is kind of showing them that English and Spanish both kind of have to both work together to elevate both languages, not just let's keep Spanish down or English down. We need to work on both of them so that way they're both equally balanced and they're both equally important.